I'm Sarah Gore, and this is Open House. This week we are shining the spotlight on the best of California living, including this Catalina Island estate. Singer and performer Mod's son shows off his own Los Angeles home. Plus, this architect takes us on a tour of a unique dream project, his very own home in Venice Beach, California. But before all that sunny fun, Mary Fitzgerald, the equally sunny star of the binge-worthy Netflix series Selling Sunset, shows us the former home of French Montana.
Whether you like to lay out in the sun or hang out with your friends underneath the cabana, this property offers it all.
Welcome to Open House, everyone. This week we are coming to you from the Upper East Side of Manhattan at this amazing Steven Harris designed penthouse featuring iconic views and more. Harris actually combined 3 apartments, resulting in this huge light-filled home that is as luxurious as it is effortless. The open flow of the living spaces give this uptown gem a real downtown feel with subtle touches of Paris throughout. And with a sprawling wraparound terrace, this is a home that encourages indoor-outdoor entertaining that will wow your guests. Or just keep the terrace for yourself. It can't be beat for that quiet morning coffee, yoga in the sun, or evening cocktail and an alfresco feast prepped, of course, in your custom kitchen. The home also features 5 guest suites plus this palatial primary suite with a dreamy walk-in closet and, of course, a spa-like bath. This week we are shining the spotlight on some unique California properties, and we are starting things off in Calabasas with Mary Fitzgerald, one of the stars of the binge-worthy Netflix series Selling Sunset. She shows us around this private compound that mixes classic luxury with a playful spirit. It's also the former home of rap star French Montana, whose new album Montega dropped earlier this year. We join Mary for a closer look.
Hi, my name is Mary Fitzgerald. You probably have seen me on the hit Netflix series Selling Sunset, but today I'm hanging out with you guys to show you this amazing property. It's 8,600 square feet, 6 bedrooms, it has a pool, and just beautiful throughout. Coincidentally, this home is currently owned by French Montana, who is a huge music star, and previously owned by Selena Gomez, who's also a pop star. So lots of history here, so much to see inside. Let's go take a look around. So the first thing you notice when you walk in the door is this amazing dining room. It has a beautiful fireplace, this dramatic chandelier. It also has 20-foot ceilings where you can enjoy a small, intimate dinner party, but if your guests start growing, they can spill out into this beautiful courtyard where you can make your dinner party a lot bigger. So this used to be the formal dining room, but in typical musician style, he needed a entertainment space. So this is now this very cool pool table lounge area, huge windows with curtains, 20-foot ceilings, and a terrace above where someone can be playing piano and add to the ambiance. The outdoor area in this backyard is an entertainer's dream, really your own private oasis. You've got your barbecue, wood-burning pizza oven, and total privacy. So whether you like to lay out in the sun and enjoy the pool or hang out with your friends underneath the cabana, this property offers it all. My personal favorite is the home theater upstairs. It has a total Beverly Hills hotel vibe, and you probably saw it on Keeping Up with the Kardashians because Scott Disick helped French Montana decorate this room on the show. So for those of you that know who French Montana is, this is where all of his top hits were made. Very cool history here with Selena Gomez and French Montana. But for those of you that don't require a music studio, it can be converted back into a 2-car garage. Okay guys, so that concludes the tour. You can see yourselves out. I'm gonna stick around here, try to make some music. So if my real estate career doesn't work out, you'll find me in here making some beats.
Coming up, we continue our look at California living with this architectural stunner in Venice. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now we're in Venice at the home of architect Steven Ehrlich. Steven built this unique place to dissolve the barriers between the inside and out. Using steel, wood, and concrete, he created a unique and private urban sanctuary that's both sustainable and stylish. Check it out.
Hi, my name is Steven Ehrlich. I am the founding partner of Ehrlich, Yanai, Reed Cheney Architects within Los Angeles. And I live here in this house that I designed almost 15 years ago. This house is my very personal expression of multicultural modernism, which is a philosophy that guides our work. Let's take a look. One of the first things you see about this house is that there's a large exoskeleton, but it actually is an armature for shades, which I use for sun control. I've embraced using materials that actually weather and form a patina and are not painted or coated. So the rusted steel makes its own natural weathering process. There's also recycled plastic and sawdust, and I use that as siding, and I also have burnished plaster where you see the mark of the craftsman with the hand trowel. So when you walk into this house, you're compressed way down. The ceiling is just a little bit higher than 7 foot. And then you explode into this grand space. And that experience of compression and openness is quite exhilarating and thrilling. The house is very much about how indoor space connects to outdoor space and how it fuses. In this great room, all of the materials that are on the exterior are brought inside. You've got the concrete block, you've got the steel, you've got hand-burnished plaster. Overall, it's a cohesive volume. The space can transform itself, the doors can open, it can extend into the outside. One of my favorite spots is standing on this glass bridge. This, in a way, is the power spot because you're floating within the larger volume of the great room, and it's a very dynamic and exciting place to be. From the bridge, you actually get to feel the entire space of the great room. You see the TV area, the kitchen, dining, it all fuses together. It's woven. Continuing with the flow of space, let's go on upstairs and check out the bedroom. In this house, the higher we go, the more privacy we have and the greater the views. The master bedroom is great because you're in amongst the trees, there's a beautiful outdoor terrace, and we can look down into the family court. In the family court, it's really an outdoor room. There's cushioned seating area, there's a fire pit, barbecue, there's a lot of wonderful activities, and many, many succulents, which are like mini living sculptures. The house has great transparency and porosity. It connects to the outdoors, you see through spaces, and they all flow to outdoor courtyards. So there's a sense of enclosure, but a sense of openness at the same time. And from this perch, I can see it all, I can feel it all, and I get a great sense of space on this property. Thank you for coming on this tour. I really enjoyed having you experience my vision of California contemporary modernism. Come again and see you next time.
Coming up in just a few, we join Mod's son for a look inside his creative refuge. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now we're in the Woodland Hills section of Los Angeles with singer and performer Mod's son. His place is alive with music, art, and all the things that inspire and drive him. Take a look.
Hello, my name is Mod's son. I'm gonna bring you into my house. It won't be the biggest house that you've been to, but it'll certainly be the strangest. Come on in. Welcome to my kitchen. This was the first dollar that I ever made as Mod Son. As you can see, I turned it into $1 million. Look where I am today, dude. I have a fascination with holding on to things that I had as a kid. These are all cars that I legitimately had like when I was a kid. Check it out, this is my first album as Mod Son. It's called Look Up. Well, that's enough of memory lane. We're gonna keep it moving. Jim Morrison, you are gonna come with us. Let's take it on a trip. So this is the living room of my house. Since I was a kid, I've dreamed of having plaques. But this is a plaque from Machine Gun Kelly's song, Bloody Valentine, which I got to co-write with him. So to all you kids out there, don't give up. Over here is my bike that I've brought with me everywhere. And when I decided to go and make solo music, I got on my bike every single day and I wrote my whole first album riding this bike. Anytime someone comes over to my house, they're like, you still have your Christmas tree up? Bro, I've never taken it down. My Christmas tree will forever be up. I will always be slipping little presents under there. It doesn't have to be Christmas. Right when you walk down the stairs, this is how it starts. This is my almighty list of real rock stars. I love to collect like runway pieces. It's a one-piece jumpsuit. Alexander McQueen, love you. This is so special to me. Someone made this. Someone who listens to my music from the very start. It says, you have given us the strength. I love that. This is my art all around me, dude. This is my favorite painting I've ever done. I consider it a masterpiece. I have a complete fascination with typewriters. This is actually my very first typewriter. It's called My Dear Pink. I actually wrote a whole book about this typewriter. I have a clothing company with my friend Machine Gun Kelly dropping very soon. These are all designs for it. Speaking of clothes, let's go to my closet. Here's another really item that I love. This is a Margiela runway piece. Super, super huge into boots. These are one of my favorite pairs, Rick Owens boots. As much as I love all my clothes, I'm gonna take you to my favorite spot in the house, which is my studio. Come on. Welcome to my studio. This is, without a doubt, the room in my house where I spend the most time. This is my drum set. This is the drum set that you've seen in any of my recent videos. Over here, this is my piano where I end up. Okay, enough of that, come on. This is where I have recorded so much of my music. You see the mic right here, but really I'm gonna show you my actual vocal booth, all right? This is where I've recorded and written many, many songs. It's way up here in my little treehouse. I had a lot of fun with you guys today. Thank you very much for coming through to my house, checking out my world and all my art. I really appreciate it.
Don't go anywhere because in just a few short minutes, we're taking a trip to Catalina Island. You are not going to want to miss this. Welcome back. Now we're taking a trip off the mainland to Catalina Island. Located 20 miles off the Catalina coast, Catalina Island is an idyllic paradise that definitely feels a world apart from bustling LA. And it's here we explore the Holly Hill House, a Queen Anne-style Victorian overlooking the ocean. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Karen Engman. Today we're here in Avalon on Santa Catalina Island. I wanted to share a really special place of mine here on the island, the Holly Hill House. It was built in 1888 by Peter Gano, and we are the 5th owners. I could sit here and talk about the house all day with you, but let's go take a look inside. Come on. So coming into the house, you come into a room that used to be Peter's workshop. Now we use it as the family room / TV room. And a really cool thing in the room is a rock fireplace that Peter built when he built the house. And he would pay the kids in Avalon to go down to the beach and get little beach rocks and put it in the fireplace. You leave from the family room and you end up here in the kitchen, one of my favorite rooms in the house. In the kitchen, we have the rolling windows that roll into the wall and out. We have a beautiful La Cornue range that we put in when we did the house. We also found beautiful brick walls behind the drywall when we were redoing the kitchen, as well as original rock walls. We elected to leave them exposed because they are just a beautiful architectural point in the house. And in front of the rock walls, I had cabinets built that are backless so you can see the rock behind my collection of Catalina pottery. As we come up the stairs, it's a good time to let you know that when we bought the house, this stairway was totally enclosed behind a wall. We elected to open it up and let in some beautiful natural light. Right here we have the hanging bunk room. It's one of our favorite rooms in the house. It's got a sloped roof and two great little windows to look out of. Right over here we have an alcove where we've kept some of the fun things that we found while restoring the house. We have saws that we found inside walls, we have paint stirrers, we have a picture of Peter with his circus horse Mercury who helped him build the house, and we have some of the plaster that has Mercury's horsehair in it. We also found some pillars that they had hacked up when they put in the hanging bunk room. Coming through the parlor, it's a really great room just to sit in front of the fireplace and relax on a chilly evening. But this, the sunroom, is one of my favorite places in the house. The light that comes in here morning, noon, and night, everybody gravitates to this room, and it's where we have coffee in the morning and wine at night and look out on the city and the harbor and just people watch. It's a great place to be. When we bought the house, the windows that were here were of a size that would not have been possible during the 1880s when the house was built. So we had them all reconfigured to be sizes that could have been manufactured and made at that time. So this is the second floor. When we come back, we'll go up to the third floor where Peter Gano, the builder of the house, had his private bedroom.
There's still more to come with the Holly Hill House, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Now here's more of the Holly Hill House on beautiful Catalina Island.
Welcome to the third floor. Now we're in Peter's bedroom. This is Peter's bed that he slept in when he was here living in the house. On the walls we have Morrison Company wallpaper, so it's period specific. We have some antique personal grooming items, and then out the doors we have the deck off of Peter's bedroom. At times over the years the deck had been covered up, it had been opened back up, it had been covered up. We elected to open it back up, and now we have another lovely place to sit outside and enjoy the town of Avalon. One of the first things we did when we bought the house was hire a historian to go research the history of the house. One of the things he discovered was that Peter was building the house to have his sister, who was sick at the time, come over and live with him. We are in the sister suite, and it was originally going to be her private sitting area and then her bedroom off to the side. It's a great place when we have families with children come over to visit, as they can all be in one place together. A lot of people talk about a home having a crown jewel. This home has a crown. Now we're going to head upstairs to the cupola. As you come into Avalon Harbor, there's two structures that you notice. One is the casino and the other is Holly Hill House. This house used to be all by itself over here on this side of the city for years and years after Peter built it. Now it's one of our favorite places to come up with a cocktail at night and look out over the harbor and stay cool. The house was originally called Lookout Cot when Peter built it. After the Giddings bought it, they renamed it Holly Hill House. I'm standing right below the original Lookout Cot sign. Peter created it with sea glass and beach rock that he collected at the time. Above it is also an original panel of abalone shell. We repaired the abalone with new shell that we purchased from the Fish and Wildlife approved vendors. So now we're up on the pool level. This is one of the best places to sit back, have a glass of wine, take in all the sights of nature and the island, and have the house as the background. We also have a shade structure that we did add, and then our Baja ledge, which is where you'll find me most of the time. So every home has little features that each owner adds to it. One of the ones we added was a concrete bar overlooking the harbor. And what I added to that were paw prints of one of my favorite rescue dogs that I had, Tommy. And you can see his little paw prints running through the top of the bar. So thanks for joining me on this tour of Holly Hill House. We had a lot of fun restoring this home to its original glory. Now it's time for me to go have a glass of wine on the Baja Ledge.
I can't believe the show's already over. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe, because we're gonna keep giving you these amazing homes.